Hello, this is Father Dries here answering a question from November 15th. Organ donation. The question is, how do you personally feel about organ donation? One comment about the question itself, and this just kind of is to say, whoever wrote this question, this isn't uncommon in our culture to use the word feel. How do you feel about something? Really, you're asking a think question. What do you think? What do you think about this? So, because feel, it's kind of like, well, whatever I feel that's what I feel. And you can't thinking, it's an idea, and you can debate ideas, and you can be wrong about ideas. You can't be wrong about your feelings. All right, you can feel a certain way, but you may interpret your feelings incorrectly. But so maybe better put is, what do you think about organ donation? And so there's a couple different kind of levels to look at with this. So one of them is donating one's body to science. You're donating kind of all your organs in a certain sense. After you die, your body is taken to be studied. Typically, if you have a particular illness, like brain illness or something, maybe they want to study what's the effects, they want to learn. Sometimes they can actually use that. Sometimes they can't. It all determines. So the church is okay with that, so long as there's the institution is going to make sure you're dead, and they're going to respect your remains. So often they study whatever the organ is, and then they have it cremated and returned to the family when it's done. Sometimes they can't actually take a body that's going to be donated to science because it's been dead too long. So they do need to get to the body kind of within a couple hours to be able to get it on ice to keep so the organs don't just kind of start deteriorating. That's typically not what people understand in organ donation, but that's one way, kind of donating one's body to science. Organ donation, so one way, maybe a more common one, would be kidney. So if you have two functioning kidneys and someone needs one, and you have a type, donating to assist them longevity in their life, which can extend their life 10, 15 years. So kidneys, it's not like you give the kidney and they're going to need another one. But there's someone who passed away in our parish a couple of years ago, who he received a kidney when he was about 25 or so, and then he received another one when he was around 40, for both from his sisters, different sisters, and so he ended up passing away about 55. But just how they kind of his sisters had donated each an organ so that he could continue to live, because he had organ failure, double organ failure, an odd disease he had in his 20s, kind of. So that's okay. That's okay. So long you got to have two organs. You can't be like, hey, one organ, I've done one organ. No, you can't. That'd be having yourself get killed for another person. The last one here is kind of vital organs donation, and this is the sticky point one. All right, this is the one where there's a lot of debate, and this is one where from what I've come across, there's debate even in Catholic circles about, does this meet the criteria that John Paul II gave for what needs to be met for organ donation or no, like hearts, lungs, these things where they need to donate. They can't, the organ, if it isn't extracted right away at death, or kind of as they say death, it's no good. The question is, are they really dead? This whole brain dead's criteria, there's a lot of questions over the last 25 years of, hey, people that are brain dead, they're still alive. There's been cases of people that have been declared brain dead, all the tests, and they've went through puberty. There's a girl who was like 13. She went through puberty. She passed away in 17, and she was declared brain dead when she was 13. So I'm not comfortable supporting kind of vital organ. There's a lot of questions about the criteria. There's even been cases where someone has been without, their heart has stopped beating, kind of, they've been for a half hour, and they were able to revitalize them. You may say, you brought them back to life. Well, actually, the soul probably never left the body. All right, the boss was still connected. Someone, an EMT said, "Oh yeah, you can't you can bring them back to life. There's nothing we physically can do to bring the soul back to the body. Once it's separated. But we don't know when that is. So this whole thing of organ harvesting, which in China has come to light about 20 years ago, of how they're harvesting organs of certain people, kind of to sell them on the black market. If you want more information, just reach out to me. There's a lot of, unfortunately, in the church world and stuff, there's a lot of it doesn't want to. There's many people that don't want to look at this issue and say, "Oh, the church is okay with it," but no. Benedict XVI even said, you need to have moral certitude that the person is dead, a strong certitude. You can't just be like, well, maybe he's dead. No, there can't be any doubt that the person is dead. Reasonable doubt. And when we have cases of people that are brain dead and they're still alive, they keep living, they raise the question of brain dead criteria. That's created in the late 60s so that heart transplants could become legal. But there's the problem of what's the real basis for that criteria. So in a nutshell, donating body of science, it's okay, so long as you donate. There's you can trust the institution that you're donating to. They're going to respect your body. Donating a kidney, if you have 2 kidneys to give, you can donate one if you're in reasonable health, so that you can, and then vital organ. That's the tricky one. I'm not in favor of it. There's too many questions right now. And the big thing that's holding back really looking at this issue is because, well, so-and-so needs a heart, or they need this. All these people need these things. It's not okay to kill someone, though, to get that organ. And the question is, are we killing people? Are people being killed so that little Joey or Sarah can get a heart or lung or this or that? And that's that question. You can never do evil in order to do for good. You can never directly do evil, all right? So good question, deep question. Maybe we'll top it next year in high school about that. God bless.